going on, everyone? Back here with another video for the second channel. We're doing the Star Wars tier list films and TV shows. Once again, this is just my personal opinion. If you think differently, I would comment below and tell me what you would have done differently. I'm probably going to have some choices that seem a bit odd to other people, but yeah. So, I think we should start from where it all began. Now, the fourth film gets second highest because without that film, Star Wars would have never kicked off. So it deserves a high ranking for that. Plus, the story was pretty well done. I know there's inconsistencies with it because at the time some of the current plans weren't in place yet. Like Anakin and Darth Vader wasn't the same person considered yet. Like it was a thought, not a full thing. I'm also going to do a react to the Rebels show because I haven't actually watched it and I want to do react videos more. So, where's Empire Strikes? Let's Return of the Jedi, alright. Once again, Empire Strikes Back is probably one of my favourite. Such a good film, and it was a good addition to the original saga. And I might just put ones I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen that one, so we'll do that. Return of the Jedi, I'm gonna put in B because it was mediocre. A lot of the later additions to that film were really good. It ties in nicely. It's not bad. I like it. It's just I wouldn't put it up there with my absolute favorite. I'm gonna get shot for this. It was the third prequel was honestly one of my favorite. Even though the acting could have been or dialogue, the dialogue could have been written better, but Star Wars isn't known for its amazing dialogue. But I really loved seeing the transition portrayed by Hayden Christensen from Anakin to Vader. He was the first actor to work in the suit and out of the suit. And a lot of people say Hayden Christensen was a crap actor, but he actually did exactly what he was told by George Lucas under his guidance. And like, yeah. So I feel like it hits the spot nicely. And it's paced out fairly well, and it ties in nicely with the second film. Like, yeah, so Phantom Menace. I'm gonna put in C. It's not terrible. Some of it was really cheesy, but it was a good start for the prequels. Plus, I love Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan in that film. It was great, and seeing Maul was also amazing. All right, I put that one on the same tier level as number one. Number two was really shit at parts. Like all the scenes between Annie and Padme were fucking terrible. But the rest, especially the battle at the end, really made up for it. Which I think's the point. And we got to see our first glimpse of the Death Star plans. We got to see Dooku's state of mind in this situation. And he compares himself to Qui-Gon wasn't that different. And honestly, he wasn't. He did believe in the Jedi Council. Qui-Gon believed in the Council, but he wasn't on the Council. He was a Jedi, but he was more what we would consider Grey Jedi, even though the term's not really used anymore, but he lets the Force guide him instead of trying to control it. So, yeah. I'll just put Rebels down here, because I haven't actually seen it. And I haven't seen that one. So, now we're just left with a couple. Rogue One. Second tier. It was the best film Disney made. I don't know how they went from Rogue One to the likes of Last Jedi. It bewildered me a little bit. The Clone Wars was fucking excellent. It was a really good show. It filled in a lot of gaps, and I do recommend it. Alright. Now, this is where we're going to get a bit infamous. I actually really liked Solo. Even though it wasn't that great, I just enjoyed it. It was relaxing. It tied in Maul. It tied in so many little things about like Maul's running of the criminal syndicates, spice trades and stuff. So like I really enjoyed that. It's a good little nod. I'm gonna put these two down here. Actually, all right, yeah, okay. I didn't really like the sequels too much. Force Awakens was kind of fine because not much happened in it, and it was pretty much a carbon copy of A New Hope. But it's not unwatchable. Like when I've talked about in the past, when I review films, I have a tendency to compare it as a film itself, not to its own saga. So there are some fucking god-awful movies out there, so it's not that bad. But as a Star Wars film, they pretty much failed across the board. Luke went from believing in someone that was so surrounded by evil, no one else could possibly see his redemption, to, I had a nightmare, so I'm gonna kill a kid. Like, it just went, a family. No matter. Mandalorian, right up there. Mandalorian is fantastic. And just so well done, and it's given us so much. Now, Rise of Skywalker is probably the only one I really didn't like. It was a shoddy version of Endgame. It just, like, the whole point of 7 and 8 was finding Luke to train Rey. But then it turns out Leia could have trained Rey all along, so that made the last two movies almost, like, pointless. And in Legends, it's actually, I don't think Leia full on learned how to be a Jedi. She learnt a few things, but she didn't really want that path. And I feel like they just, it was such a, like, it was they didn't do Mark Hamill justice. Like, I would have loved to see him do a lot more leading the Republic or Rebel into battle and things like that. It would have been very interesting. Then again, the dialogue between Luke and Ben was fantastic in Last Jedi. So there is like good points and bad points. I could do a detailed review on the Star Wars films. I've done two. They're not very detailed though. My main the whole review goes on Letterboxd, and I essentially sum it up. And yeah, that's just like, I think how it goes. Like, Star Wars is an interesting one. I could probably play around with this list a little bit. Like I could see Rogue One actually going up here. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know. It's a good pick. It's hard though, like, especially when TV shows come into it. Like, we've got Kenobi coming up and a lot of Star Wars spin-offs. It's Disney's thing now. They're making so many spin-offs. And honestly, I'm just happy they're still making content. But I kind of wish the directors of the sequels let George Lucas have a little bit more input. Not that he wasn't allowed, but like, he's the original creator, and I feel he had a vision. And I feel like Disney should have at least spoke to him about it, or like talked about it a bit more, because it's clearly evident that like the 3 sequels could almost be classed as independent movies, because they all like contradict each other constantly. So like you could watch The Rise of Skywalker on its own and you would not be that confused. Like, it's pretty there. And then Palpatine coming back just felt wrong. Like, in Legends, it is said you can clone Force-sensitive beings, but it doesn't work very well. In Star Wars Force Unleashed 2, which they used to be canon, he was cloned, but it took like 20 attempts or something because it would go wrong. You're not meant to be able to clone Force-sensitive beings. The way Force-sensitive works is actually kind of interesting, because like, it's not just down to DNA and things, like, because they inserted a Sith's blood into Grievous, and that did not make him Force-sensitive. But yeah, it's like a few theories, like maybe Finn was, but like, honestly, why was Finn able to hold up against Ben Solo, who was trained by Sith and Jedi, And he held himself in combat. Non-Force users can use lightsabers, but not properly. There's a lot of sort of behind the scenes with that one that you probably wouldn't expect. But I think I'll sum it up. So my reasons. This is just my personal opinion. I think I could, as I said, I could mess around with the board a little bit. Like it really depends how you want to view them. As films themselves, the ratings would differ. But a part of its own saga, it was just... It's like they didn't even give a shit about the source material. If you're ever getting a pre-existing story and building on it, or expanding on it, you want to at least respect the source material. And I dislike it when they don't do that at all. Like... Harry Potter and... Ooh. Yeah, sorry, I got a message. Yeah, I think I can deal with this. I'm probably gonna get skewered, but if you want to just throw insults, bugger off. If you actually want to explain to me why you think differently and have an actual debate, I'm down for that. But yeah, alright. I think I'll cut it off there, or this video is going to be longer. I could talk about Star Wars for ages. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be doing more of this later on. I'll see you next time, and goodbye for now.
Our long-awaited meeting has come at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, God.
Look at that, it's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Now, hit the like button, hit subscribe, help me grow my channel. It is my passion, and I really enjoy making this content, but it does take time and money to produce this content, so if you have a spare $1 per month, that would really help. You get your own private Discord server, and you get a free game per month. Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye for now.